Line's good.
Never on.
Whoa.
Hard. Hardly.
Come on, Brent.
Line's good.
Got real close.
I hear high, right?
Try and hit 2/3.
Have they saved it for her? Yes, they have.
Ooh, welcome to Game of Stones, everybody. I am Sean Graham Scott, physically distancing as always. Hello, Scott.
Sean.
What
Hi.
up? How's it going?
Well, I'm feeling all right. I just got a massage.
Ooh.
But the bad news is, boy, my muscles are really tight.
But I thought the massage is supposed to loosen them up.
Well, it's supposed to, but when your muscles are as tight as mine are from sitting in this chair working at home, boy, you get really, really tense. So
yeah,
it's going to take a few sessions, I believe, to get fully loosened up. But otherwise,
no one feels bad for you.
Felt,
I gotta say,
it felt pretty
no
good.
one feels bad that you have to that you're gonna have to go get multiple massages. That is not something that's going to elicit sympathy from our listeners, Scott.
Well, Sean, I burned out my benefits probably the beginning of January, so I realize some have it harder, so.
So you're not. Yeah, I'm sure no one is listening, being like, "Oh, Scott's got it tough. He has to go get some massages." You might have it tough though, Scott. You shot your mouth off on Monday during our live show with Rocks Across the Pond, and you said if we get 1,000 live viewers, that you will get a tattoo. And this is now the goal of the live stream, is to force you to get a tattoo.
Oh boy. I really made a mistake, didn't I?
Yeah, it'll be a fun episode because we can go to the tattoo shop whenever they reopen here in Ontario, and we can get the audio of the tattoo guy doing the tattoo, and then your pained screams in the background. It'll be great.
I'm sure everybody will forget by then. No
So let's get into this week's episode. For the past couple of weeks, we've been talking about what the return to play could look like across the country and internationally. This week we want to get back to sort of the summer season and what we've been doing and have a little bit of fun on the show. So Scott, we're going to quiz each other on curling.
Yeah, I've listened to a couple podcasts where they've sort of been able to have these sort of like trivia games, sort of contests between hosts about different things. And since we didn't have an idea for what to talk about this week, I suggested we play curling Sporkle quizzes.
Yeah, so Sporkle is a quiz website that you can go to. I know you've used it a little bit, and basically you can search any different type of quizzes. I think they're mostly user-generated, Scott?
I think they're all user-generated, yeah. Yeah.
So you can go in, you can test it out, and basically we're going to do this, and you can play along with us as we're doing this in the moment and see if you're better than us at these quizzes.
Yeah, and the goal of today's exercise is not to embarrass either one of us, but rather to have maybe a friendly competition to see who can do better, let's say.
Yeah. So we each have pulled up some different quizzes that we will administer to the other individual, and then we'll just see who gets the best score.
Yeah. So we're going to start
and certainly play along with us as we go, and then let us know the scores that you're getting, unless they're better than ours, and then you can keep that to yourself. So no, let us know what you get. Play along with us, and let us know what your scores are. So Scott, you want to go first?
I do want to go first, and I should note, Sean, also we're playing trivia later tonight online, so this will be a good warm-up.
That's right. Yeah. Well, I mean, basically you and Andy play, and then the rest of us are sort of there.
Well, thanks.
It's kind of how it goes on our team.
Everybody's got their niche. Mom got the one about spineless chicken the other day.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
I wouldn't have known that.
All right, so let's get into this, Scott. What is the name of the first quiz?
So the first one is the first quiz that comes up when you search curling, and it's can you name the various terms associated with curling?
Okay.
This quiz has a 4.4 rating out of 5.
Okay. Wow.
So there are 24 terms, and you're going to have
Yep.
5 minutes to complete them. I will read the first clue, and then click your timer to start.
Okay.
And I'll just go down the list.
Okay.
Sounds
I
good?
am ready.
And I'm going
Yeah,
to
let's do
type them into the site while you say them.
Okay.
All right. So the first one is the circular target marked on the ice.
House.
Name of each round of play.
End.
Item used to sweep the ice.
Broom.
Broom is correct. A block players push out of to deliver their stones.
Hack.
Center of the circular target.
Button.
Button. A line that divides the circular target lengthwise.
Center line.
Line perpendicular to the above.
T-line.
Line down the ice parallel to the above.
Line down the ice parallel to the above. So
Yes.
parallel to the T-line?
I believe so.
That are they talking about the hog line?
Hog line is correct. Ice on which the stones curl well.
Ice on which the stones curl well? Like arena ice?
No.
Pebbled ice?
No. You can skip if you
Curly
want.
ice? Yeah, skip.
Material the stone is composed of.
Granite.
Item used to time the stones to get a feel for the ice.
Stopwatch.
Stopwatch. Team member who guides the other members.
Skip.
Second to the team member above.
Vice.
No.
Third.
Third. Last stone advantage at the end of a round.
Hammer.
Process of throwing the stone.
Delivery?
Delivery. When dirt ruins the trajectory of a stone.
Pick.
Rotation on the
Do you think
stone.
do you think they would accept the Glenn Howard?
Maybe.
That's the answer.
A rotation of the stone to make it curl.
Turn.
Turn. Amount of thrust on the stone when thrown.
Speed.
No.
Amount of thrust. What an interesting word. Power.
No.
Pass.
Shot thrown in front of the circular target.
Guard.
Shot thrown only to reach the circular target.
Draw.
Shot thrown to remove stones from play.
Take out. Or hit.
Round when no teams score.
Blank.
It's blank end, but I'll give it to you. When the team without the last stone advantage scores.
Steal.
Stone that barely touches the outside of the circular target.
Biter.
Ice on which the stones curl well.
Curling ice?
No, how would you describe ice that curls a lot?
Swingy.
Swingy. Amount of thrust on the stone when thrown.
And it's not speed.
No.
Amount of thrust is a weird word.
Well, what do you call the amount of power you're supposed
Weight.
to put?
Weight.
Weight. There you go. You got
Yeah.
in under the buzzer, bud.
Ooh. Yeah.
The
The word thrust was really throwing me off.
you got 100%, and it says, "Whoa, you're a trivia whiz."
Hey-oh.
The average score on this quiz, Sean, 65%.
Really? Well, some
Probably
of them are worded weird. Because like the one that was parallel to the T line, that could have been the N line just as
Okay.
easily as the hog line.
could have been. You could have guessed both.
Yeah. Yeah, I could have.
All right, there you go. Good job.
Okay.
Good start.
Yay for me. Yeah, good start. I like it. So yeah, that was a relatively easy one. Maybe I had more trouble on it than you thought I would.
Yeah, you did.
Okay. So I've never used this site, so I'm going to give it a try here, Scott. So if I play this quiz, what happens?
When you click
this is
play,
like a
that's
name-
when the timer starts.
Okay. So one of the ones I clicked on, this is, can you name the Canadian curling champion skips since 1980?
What?
Okay, we don't have to play that one.
Yeah, we can play it. Let's go.
Okay. Ready? It's a 10-minute quiz.
And it goes till what year?
So 1980 till 2009.
All right. So what happens with these kind is I'll give you a name, you enter it, either it'll come up on the list or not.
Okay.
And you only have to type
Go.
last names.
Okay.
Okay.
Go for
it. Give me Howard.
Howard. Yes.
Give
Three.
me-
That includes Glenn. 3 championships.
Nice. Give me Furby.
Kirby. Yes, 4. Obviously.
Kevin Martin.
Martin. Yes. That gets you 4 more.
Mark Dacey.
Dacey. Yes.
Jeff Stoughton.
Jeff Stoughton. That'll only get you 1 in this one. Or, excuse me, 2. I forgot about 96.
We all forget about 96. Did I say Wayne Madaw?
Wayne Madaw. Yes.
He has 1, right?
Yep.
Okay, Hackner.
Al Hackner. Nice.
How about
Yep,
Sean?
that gets you 2.
I'll do the men and then you can do the women.
Okay.
How does that sound? Oh boy.
So you're still missing 80, 81, 83, 84, 86, 88, 89, 90, 92, 94, 95, 2000, 2006.
Maybe Vic Peters.
Vic Peters. Yes, 1992.
Carrie Burtnick.
Carrie Burtnick. Yes, 81 and 1995.
You said 2006?
2006 you're missing.
Jean-Michel Menard.
Yes.
Who could forget?
Yep. You're also missing 2000.
2000. Oh boy. 2000. Now I'm stuck on that. What are some other big names from the world of curling that I'm forgetting, Sean?
Well, you're missing
Give me-
several champions. Those
How
would be
about
the big names.
Ed Werenick?
Wernick.
I believe he won twice.
Perfect. Not spelling it right.
It's,
As we know, this is the weak point of my game.
yeah, that's true.
Can I
We
just
play-
put wrench?
Werenich.
Wernich. That doesn't seem right either.
Put the word were, Were?
I'm missing the E. I'm missing the E. There you go. That gets you 2 more.
This is good pod.
All right, you got a minute and a half
Oh my
Left.
goodness.
if we're giving you 5 minutes for the men.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. 1984. Pat. Pat. What's his name? You know who I mean.
Yeah, I do. It's the Something Express.
Ryan.
The Pat Ryan Express, absolutely. Yep.
Pat Ryan. How could I forget that? Greg McCauley won in 2000.
Holly. I'm going to spell that wrong too. But we'll count it.
Okay. Greg McCauley, 1994. It wasn't Howard then. I got 15 seconds.
25.
Oh, man. All right, I'm going to call it.
Okay. So, on the women's side, I got Colleen Jones, Jennifer Jones, Kelly Scott.
Wait a minute.
They gave me...
Sean, I
What?
was gonna let you do the women.
Yeah, I got it's up here. It's on the same quiz.
Yeah, but you typed them in already?
I've typed some of them in, yeah.
Okay, I was gonna ask you the questions. So
Okay. Okay, go. No, do it. Do it.
okay, so you got Jones.
I'll open it up and go.
Yeah,
I got Joneses, all the Joneses.
that's pretty easy. Double hitter.
Yeah, Kelly Scott.
Scott, yeah.
And when I typed in Schmerler, it gave me the Sandra Peterson ones too.
Great.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah.
So that gets me pretty much all the 2000s. I gotta remember who won in 2000. That's a tough one for me, unless it was Shannon Kleibrink. Although I don't think Shannon Kleibrink ever won one.
No, she did not.
So that leaves me with some of those 81s, and I gotta tell you, I'm not great back in those 80s when we're talking about the women's side. What about Connie Laliberty?
Laliberty, you got 3.
Yeah,
84,
can't
92, and 95.
Yeah. Then there is, it's the woman from Thunder Bay. Oh, she won a couple. Oh, what was her name? Sandra something? No, not another Sandra. And it's not. Ooh, what is her name? Why can't I remember her name, Scott? Thunder Bay. She won 2 years in a row. You know who I'm talking about.
Honestly, I don't.
Okay. And then 2000. Who would have won in 2000? Why can't I remember that?
I think if you dig real deep, you can get to the 2001.
Find the name.
Yeah.
Marilyn. This isn't in reference to 2000, but did Marilyn Bodo ever win one?
Let's type it in and see. Bodo. Yep. You got 96 and 86 under Marilyn Dart.
Yeah. There you go. The 10-year. How did she not win in 2006?
The 10-year special, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we really got to dig deep on the 2000 one.
Gotta dig deep.
Dig real deep. I wonder what part of the country we're talking about. Could it be somebody who went on to great fame and fortune?
Well, Sean, yes, there is one who went on to great fame and fortune on your television screen.
On my television screen.
On everyone's television screen.
Who went on to great fame and fortune? Who was the skip? Cheryl Bernard never won one.
Nope.
Who else is on the TV?
Who else was on the TV?
Who did they put on the TV?
Who was on the TV
Not
for
the-
20 years?
Not the great Linda.
Linda Moore, yes, 1985.
Yeah. Right. Well, for some reason, I always think of Linda as a front end player, and that's only because, what's his face was. Why can't I remember anyone's name? When
Ray
I put it on the
Turnbull.
spot, I can't remember anyone's name. Ray Turnbull. He was a lead. For some reason, I was like, oh, an all front end booth, which is weird because Obviously,
she was a
Linda
skip.
Linda won. She won the Olympic gold medal in 1988.
I think I know who you're talking about for the 2 years in a row.
Yeah. No, not Thornton. No, that's not right. This is gonna bug me when I hear it, but yeah, 2 years in a row, Thunder Bay. She won for Ontario, late 80s, early 90s,
Yeah.
in that range.
She's named after a place. You have 45 seconds left.
How is that helpful? There's so many places.
Her name is the name of a big city. In America.
In America. Jill Seattle.
Seattle is not the right answer.
God, why? This is bugging me. Why?
Like a
name.
big city, like the biggest area city.
Oh, Houston. Heather
Houston.
Houston.
Heather
Thank you.
Houston.
Yes,
There you
Heather
go.
Houston. Yeah. She won too.
3, 2, 1. All right.
Oh, Kelly Law. Kelly Law. Kelly Law.
All right, I'll give it to you under the bell. So
Yeah, give me the 2000s.
yeah, so you got all the 2000s. So here's the ones that you're missing. 1980 Marge Mitchell, Susan Seitz, 81, 83 Penny LaRock, 87 Pat Sanders,
Oh, yeah.
1990 Allison Goring, 91 Julie Sutton, and 1998, of course, Kathy Borst.
Of course.
So that's 7 incorrect.
Yep.
And
Whereas over on the men's side, Scott, you did a lot better. You missed Rick Folk, who won
how could I
twice.
miss Rick Folk? I apologize.
80,
Rick.
80 and 94. Michael Riley, the 1984 champion. And Ed Lukowicz
Ah,
in
Lukowicz.
1986.
We just talked about him with
We did.
with Jonathan.
Yeah, on the live show on Monday. Yeah. So you
Dang.
did much better than I did there, Scott.
That was fun. That was a fun
Yeah,
one.
so you missed 3 names. 3 names, 4 years.
I'll take it. I
Pretty
think I think you got a real advantage getting Jones, because that was
Yeah.
1, 2, 3,
Get you
4,
all the
5,
2000s,
6, 7,
basically.
8, 9.
Yeah.
9 answers. Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Pretty good. All right. I have another one here that I think will be fun.
Okay, let's do it.
This is, can you name the Canadian Olympic curling team members? So
Okay.
name all 4 players on all of the curling teams plus the 2018 mixed doubles.
Oh my goodness. Okay, that's going to be hard.
So this is
For
going
one
to be a
team.
fun one for one team.
Well, for a couple teams, but definitely for one team.
Are you thinking about Mike Harris's team?
Yep.
All right, let's play this one together,
Okay. Yeah, that's a good idea.
and I'll type them in, and we go back and
Okay.
forth on names.
Okay.
Sound
like
good?
it.
All
Yeah,
right,
let's
let's
do it.
go. You go first.
All right, so let's go in reverse chronologic order. So let's start in 2018. We'll go Rachel Homan,
Homan, Miskew,
Emma Miskew, Courtney,
and
Weagle.
Weagle. Okay.
And then, of course, we have Cooey,
Cool.
Kennedy, Lang, Hebert. And Hebert will get us, and Kennedy and Hebert will get us 2010 as well.
That's right.
And then Morris and Laws. And Laws will get us the 2014 one.
And Morris will also get us 2010.
And Morris, yeah. So, yeah, we get 3. So let's just put in Martin
Martin. Yep.
and wrap up 2010. And then, so 14, we got Jones, Laws, Officer, and McEwen.
McEwen. Yep.
Jacobs, Harnden, ×2, and Fry.
And Fry. We got him.
And then
2010.
we already have 2010 men.
So let's go with the women. And it was Cheryl Bernard,
Yep.
Susan
She's there with
O'Connor.
Susan O'Connor.
She was with Carolyn Derbyshire,
Yep.
who has a different name now, and Corey.
Yeah, what was Corey's first name?
I'm looking at her picture across the room.
Yeah, you have a framed autographed photo of that team.
All right, let's move on. And
Okay.
so Shannon Kleibrink,
Yeah.
Amy
With
Nixon.
Amy Nixon. Yeah.
And who was their front end? Oh boy, the front enders are going to come for us.
Yeah, they really are. All right, well let's shift over because we can get Gushu, Howard, Nichols, and Korab, right?
Yes, it was Jamie Korab. Good.
Okay. All right. Yeah, who played front end for Kleibrink there? Was Laney Peters in Alberta by then?
It is not a correct answer.
Okay.
All right,
God, I hope
moving.
they're not listening. They're gonna be mad at us.
Oh, it's fun to test our memory. It's like being put on the spot is one thing versus, having time to research all this stuff. So
Yeah, for sure.
all right, let's just move along to the 2002 men.
Yep.
So it's Kevin Martin,
That's Martin.
and it was Don
Walchuk. Yeah.
The kid.
Yeah. Carter Rycroft.
Rycroft. Why am I forgetting his name? And the original Tickmaster, not Steve Gould, but Don Bartlett.
Yeah, Bartlett. That sounds
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, he was on their team. Cool.
Okay.
On the women's side, Kelly Law was
Yeah.
the skip. And I remember Georgina Wheatcroft was on her team.
Yeah.
So she was the second.
Yeah, she's a front ender.
And I don't remember the rest.
No.
Oh, we got people yelling at their...
Yelling at us. Yeah. Which
through
is,
the-
I mean, Kelly Law, she was kind of the whole team. But if memory serves, like that's how they got through because she just crushed it at the trials.
Yes. Well, let's see if putting in other names might get us some bonus names from the other
Okay.
teams, right? So,
Okay.
98 women, Sandra Schmirler,
Yeah.
Jan
Joan
Betker,
McCusker.
Joan McCusker. Oh, come
And
on.
then who's the fourth? Oh my goodness. This is a travesty that we can't get all four of them right off the top.
We'll get there.
Yes. Okay. Then you got Mike Harris.
Mike Harris, Richard Hart. Is Paul Savage on that team? He was the
Go
fifth.
for it.
He was the fifth. We got the fifth, so we get a bonus point.
Oh, nice.
Doesn't count towards the main.
Marcy
one,
Gooderite.
but- Okay, good luck spelling it. Goddard.
I mean, it's the right answer.
Yeah. I know. I'm gonna Google how to spell it.
So we still need the front end for Kelly Law, or excuse me, the front end for Mike Harris and the front end for Shannon Kleibrink, the third in the lead for Kelly Law.
That's right.
Okay. Is there anyone? I wonder, like, the third for Kelly Law, is that somebody who went on to anything with like on their own or with somebody else? I mean, BC curling's tough.
Very tough. Very tough. BC
Yeah.
curling.
And
BC curling.
Yeah, and that Kleibrink front end, that's a killer too.
Wasn't it? Yeah. Julie Skinner. Wasn't she on that team?
Oh, that sounds right. Yeah.
Hey, there she is. She's the third.
Nice. I like it.
Yes. My friends recently bought Julie Skinner's house in Victoria.
Ah.
And he said, oh, I think she might have left some curling memorabilia in the basement. You want it? I said, yeah, sure. Hope she's not listening.
So that gets us. So we need 5 people. We're 5 people short.
We're 5 short.
Okay. Can we make those 5 points up by putting in the fifth players of the teams that we know?
Let's try.
Okay. Cheryl Bernard again.
Yes, she came up when I put her name for 2010.
Pfeiffer went in 2018 with Cooey.
Hey, good.
And then, 2014. It was it Flaxy still?
Yes, it was. Good
Yeah.
job.
And who would Jones have taken? Oh, we know who she took because she took our
Kirsten?
parents' friend's daughter. Yeah, Kirsten Wall.
Kirsten Wall, yes.
Okay.
Look at us.
Is it sad that we know the fifth players of more recent teams more than we know the principals of some other teams?
No, it's not.
Okay, in 2010, who would Cheryl Bernard have taken? I kind of want to say Amy Nixon.
I would have come
But-
up.
Yeah, but if that already would have, yeah. I wonder who she took.
Good question, right?
And-
Good
And
question.
who would Martin taken? Do you think they put Jules as the fifth?
I tried to put in Ocher and it didn't work.
It didn't work. You know the way Jennifer Jones used to do that with Jan Arnott was the coach, but they would put her as the fifth player so they could get another coach.
Yes.
I guess
Maybe-
Jan Arnott could have played.
Yeah, maybe Arnott.
Necessary. Yeah, put Jan Arnott. See what happens.
Let's try it. Arnott.
Oh no, but we already know who she took in 2014, and she only went once.
You're right. Okay, we've got 1 minute. Should we try to...
Ooh, okay. Do you think Kelly Law took anyone from that Scott team, or you know Gina Schrader or Sasha Carter or
We can
someone
give
like
it a
that?
whirl. Carter, Schroeder,
nothing?
nothing.
Hmm.
All right, let's call it.
All right, call it a day there. Who'd we miss?
All right, George Karras is going to be really mad at us, Sean. George Karras,
Oh,
of course, the curling
Yeah.
news lead for Mike
Yeah.
Harris, and Colin Mitchell was the second.
Okay.
For Kelly Law's team is Diane Nelson was the lead.
Oh. Okay.
Corey Bartle was
Corey
Cheryl Bernard's
Bartle.
lead. We knew Corey. I think she
Half
changed her. I think she changed her name since then, so maybe that's why we
Okay.
haven't heard as much from her. And then the 2006 women, Glennis Backer and Christine Keshin.
Wow. I never would have gotten that.
No, no
Okay.
disrespect. You made the Olympics. It's pretty great, but
Yeah.
I think Shannon Kleibrink, because she had to play in that tough Alberta province for so long, she didn't get the national stage that often.
No, she didn't get to as many Scotties as you would think she did.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. All right. Well, overall pretty good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 missed, and we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spares. So
That's
let's
pretty good.
Let's basically call it perfect.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Sean, it says, heavens to Betsy. That was a special performance right there.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
All right.
Are we,
I got
Are we
another
quizzed
one
out?
pulled
You
up
want one
for you.
more?
No,
One more.
Let's do this one and one
Okay.
more. This is this one you should get pretty quickly, I think.
Hope
So you have 10 guesses on the board, and there's 10 answers. The countries that have won Olympic medals in curling.
Ooh, good. So this one is, I only get 10 guesses, so it's a strike if you're wrong.
Yep, correct.
Okay, Canada,
Canada is correct.
Switzerland,
Switzerland is correct.
United States, baby.
That is correct. Oh, sorry. No, you don't have 10 wrong answers. Like, you can only guess 10 times, and there's 10 answers.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay,
That's it. Sweden.
Sweden. Correct.
Give me Finland.
I will give you Finland, and you will be correct.
That is a Marco Usipärniemi special. I will take Korea.
Let's see here. This is one where I just click on the countries that are listed. Korea is not listed here, Scott.
So this is before 2008 or 2018.
Right.
The U.S. won a bronze medal in women's in 2006. So okay.
It did, yeah.
Let's go with Great Britain.
It's listed as the United Kingdom.
Well, they had
I'll give it to you.
Team GB.
Team GB. All right, yeah, you got that one.
Norway.
Norway is correct. You got 3 left.
Norway. Did Anna Sidorova do it or Russia?
Russia is incorrect.
Ooh, first wrong guess. Okay.
2 guesses left. I can read some of the countries if you want.
Germany.
Germany is incorrect.
Oh, no. Okay, so I got 1 guess left.
Yep.
Can you read the countries?
I can get Australia, Austria, China, Denmark, France, Iceland, Italy, Japan, Latvia, New Zealand, Poland.
China, for sure.
China for sure. And then, of course, Scott, you missed our good friends in Denmark and France.
Denmark, was that... that was in 98 on the men's side, right?
I believe it was, yeah.
I think they won.
Anyway,
they beat
Mike Harris in the final. Yeah, so you got 80%. The average score 78% on that one.
Ooh, that's tough.
So there you go.
Well, that was a lot of fun.
Fun stuff. Yeah, that's some good stuff.
Yeah, I think
I'm surprised at the amount of curling quizzes that are on here.
Yeah, I'm happily surprised, shall we say.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
I'm looking here to check. Denmark was the silver medal winning women's team that Sandra Schmirler beat.
Ah, yes. I mean, those early Olympic ones are tougher.
Well, and France got a medal in 1924 in Chamonix, a bronze medal. So get out of here.
Still counts.
What a terrible answer, and to not give me Korea. Come on.
Well, I mean, that's when the quiz was made. It's not the quiz's fault.
Yeah, fair enough. The curling powerhouse of France.
That's right, yeah. So that's some fun. I like these quizzes. This is fun.
Yeah, so this is something, there's an app you can download on your phone if you're riding the bus or just bored and you want to play a Sporkle quiz, waiting in the doctor's office or something. Sean, I played a lot of these to practice for sports trivia when we used to play sports trivia.
Right.
In the before times, take a drink.
Sure.
So, it's tons of fun. Check them out. Let us know if you do really well or if you find one that's super, super hard. I was going to give you, Sean, the skips of men's world champions since 1960.
Ooh, that'd be hard.
That one would have been harder than even our Canadian champion skips, which I think we did pretty well on overall. So
yeah, we did okay.
So everybody tell us how you do on Sporkle quizzes.
Yeah, and let us know if you beat us on some of these, which I'm sure some folks did. So before we go, we just want to mention real quick, we've talked a lot about the return to play guidelines. And further to that, World Curling Federation, the standings, the world rankings are locked now until November. So
Right.
any events that are taking place between now and October 31st will not count towards the World Curling Federation's rankings. So that is put in place, or was put in place, by the World Curling Federation to basically dissuade teams from going to chase points at this point. They want to ensure that teams are being safe, but at the same time, they don't want to punish teams who may not be able to travel within this environment. So that was an announcement that came down this week from the World Curling Federation. Not sure exactly what the ramifications are going to be, because that is an international team ranking system, and it's the teams as opposed to the country ranking system. So it doesn't have too much of an effect, but I just thought that was a curious and interesting announcement by the World Curling Federation, which sort of further hints that the fall will not have any sort of regular events in the way that we're used to.
Yeah, and it's a good move to not punish people for not taking risks, you know what I mean? Like, to say to one team, oh, well, you didn't take a risk to infect yourself, so you don't get any points. Like, tough for that.
For sure.
I'm looking at these rankings, Sean. Did you know that Elena Stern is ahead of Silvana Tiranzoni in points?
Yeah, I looked yesterday when they made that announcement. Some of the teams where they are is kind of curious.
Yeah, interesting. Anyway.
But it also sort of gives you a sense of who chases points, who doesn't.
Yeah. And just a similar note on rankings, Sean. Ken Pomeroy of college basketball fame, KenPom.com, has started a curling analytics kind of website called DoubleTakeout.com, where he put together men's and women's rankings. I wrote to him to figure out to ask like for some more details on how he ranks them, and he put up a post yesterday about it. So it's using the Bradley Terry model of a ranking system. So what it does, ELO, which was what I was trying to do, it ranks like your opponent at the time you beat them, but it doesn't say, oh, if that opponent gets really good, then the win looks better in hindsight. Whereas the Bradley Terry does account for that sort of improvement in a team. So anyway, it's some interesting stuff. I will be doing more research into this, and we had fun doing the simulation of the men's worlds. We might be able to use some of this info to try and simulate some other events in the future.
Yeah, with no actual live curling to watch, we may have to do that. So, and certainly we should simulate the Women's World Championship to see who will go up with Brad Gushu as the 2020 World Champions.
Yeah, we definitely have to do that. I will. I'll work on that. Ideally, we would have done that this week, but things it was such a rush at the time that everything was shutting down that we would have liked to have done it at the time, but news happens. So that'll do it for this week. But also want to say before we go that our T-shirts should be live again by the time you're listening to this. So head on over to GameOfStonesPod.com, and we'll have a little section of the website for merch T-shirts, and that'll redirect you to the host site of where we're going to do it. So we seem to have everything ironed out. We do thank everybody who bought in the first batch. As we said last week, we made the initial donation to Food Banks Canada. We will continue to donate all proceeds from the T-shirts to Food Banks Canada, and we will continue to match them certainly through the summer, and maybe we'll just extend it permanently until I'm broke or we're both broke. I don't know if there's like mass demand for these T-shirts, but that should be up again. So GameOfStonesPod.com, you can head over there and check out the T-shirts in various colors. What are the colors that you decided on, Scott, ultimately? So I decided on the classic black.
Yeah.
I've decided on red, which seemed to be a hit.
Yeah.
And I think the most popular one was the gray. So I've done it's called Dark Heather is the new color.
Okay.
And I'm just opening up the mock-up here. Looks pretty good. Pretty darn good.
Yeah. The gray ones did look good in that first batch, so I think I might pick one up for myself.
Hey, right on. I'll we'll post that on the website as soon as I get the link.
Yeah, and again, thanks to everybody for supporting us. And like we say, if you don't want to buy a T-shirt, that's fine. But if you want to donate to Food Banks Canada, you can do that too. Just instead of buying the shirt if you don't want the shirt. But we're doing this in support of Food Banks Canada, so that's sort of the aim of this project, which is why not only we're donating all the proceeds, but we're matching as well. So head on over to GameOfStonesPod.com. All the info is there, and we'll also post it on the socials, Twitter and Instagram at Game of Stones Pod. So Scott,
Sean,
thank you.
Hey, thanks to you too. We're pretty smart about curling, so everybody can just take our commentary. Now you know that we've got a little bit of cred.
Certainly since the year 2000. Yes, we do. So, unless you're a front end, apparently, which as front end players, that's maybe not a great sign of our self-esteem, of how we look at ourselves.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So that'll do it for this week. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Please do subscribe if you have not yet, wherever it is you get your shows. Here's the likes, ratings, all that stuff. Keeps the show going. And spread the word around your clubs as, you know, we start to get back online, maybe not with actually playing, but communicating with teams and stuff. Just spread the word, helps keep the show going, and it really makes us feel good, too.
It sure does. Feels good.
So we'll be back with you next week. Of course, if you have any ideas for that, we have some ideas as well. But if you have thoughts of what you want to hear on the show, Game of Stones Podcast at gmail.com. You can get in touch with us on the socials, again, at Game of Stones Pod on Twitter and Instagram. But until we talk again, keep those brooms on the ice and don't dump that intern.
Make the final.